we've got Lego Minecraft BigFigs Series 1. We're going to check them out right here on Beyond the Brick. So I'll start by taking a look at the boxes here. These are the 3 sets from the BigFigs Series 1 for Lego Minecraft. These will come out in 2019. The characters represented here are Steve, Alex, and Skeleton. Steve has a parrot, Alex has a chicken, and Skeleton comes with a Magma Cube. The reverse side of these boxes shows each figure with the height represented. Steve and Alex are both 135 millimeters or 5.3 inches, and Skeleton is 145 millimeters or 5.7 inches. The back of these boxes also shows some of the play features and the accessories that come with each of these BigFigs. Each of these BigFigs comes with an 8x8 plate in a different color that they can each stand under their own clutch power using a special piece that I'll talk about a little bit later in this video. Let's set Alex and Skeleton aside and just look at Steve. We've got a couple different kinds of joints represented in Steve here. His legs are connected at the hip, each leg with 2 mixel joints, and we'll pull him off the base here. And he can be manipulated like this. The legs basically just go back and forth. Because there are 2 mixel joints, it gives him a pretty sturdy stance. Steve's head is also connected with a mixel joint that allows him to look basically any direction, up, down, left, right, all around. He could turn his head all the way around if we want to. Let's take a look at the arms. Steve's left arm is connected with a Technic pin with friction, so it can be moved, sort of around in this direction and remains in whatever position you put it in. His right arm is connected with a Technic axle that goes through the shoulder, and I will turn the figure around to reveal some of that play function. We've got a little button here that allows you to activate Steve's axe slashing motion. And Steve's axe can be removed from his hand by taking off this plate and removing the axe. This has a pretty cool new element in it. I'm going to set this aside and we'll look at all 3 of the weapon accessories in just a moment. Alex's articulation is set up basically the same as Steve's, except her shoulders are inverted. She can do the same, legs forward and backward, and her head obviously looks around in all these same directions. But her right arm is jointed with that Technic pin with friction, and will stay in whichever position you put it in. And her left arm is activated by that button on the back and allows her to slash that sword. I'll also remove Alex's sword. We'll take a closer look in a moment. Skeleton's design is a little bit different to Steve and Alex in that, he's very much more skeletal. His arms have those mixel joints. His legs have locking hinges, so let's pull him off of here. Oh, I just activated his crossbow. We'll get to that in a minute. His legs can be positioned, and because it's only 1 joint, they require the locking hinge joints there. The same joints are used in his torso here. You could maybe say his waist. There's 2 of them in there, so you actually have to disconnect one to make him bend at the waist. So that's possible. We can also sit down by simply bending those joints at his hips. His arms can be placed in any direction, and his head moves exactly the same way as Alex and Steve. His weapon removes a little bit differently. He's left with 2 open studs here after removing his crossbow. We'll look at that in another minute. One cool thing about Skeleton here is he has this helmet that is built out of plates and brackets and tiles, and it can actually be removed from his head. So that's kind of cool. I think it would be pretty cool if Steve came along and stole Skeleton's helmet and it can be put on his head like that. Or of course Alex could wear this helmet as well. Each of these BigFigs comes with a 2x4 printed tile that pretty accurately represents the faces of these characters from Minecraft. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weapons. Each of these is built upon a brand new solid ABS plastic element. We've got an axe, a sword, and the crossbow. And these are clearly made specifically for Minecraft, though I love to think about creators and their original creations. And I think there's a lot of potential for, you know, some of the ways these unique geometric shapes could be used in people's, you know, non-Minecraft builds in the future. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the tiles off of Steve's axe here so you can see the piece underneath that I'm talking about. So we've got this one whole piece of plastic here with studs, you know, oriented in you know, 90-degree and 45-degree angles here. I really love this sword. You know, I think the Minecraft sword really captures kind of a universal sword in a really unique way. We've got sort of this 8-bit, you know, pixelization looking thing going on here. But again, you know, I think people could use this in a lot of really different, interesting, unique ways. And then the skeleton's crossbow here also has a 1x4 missile firing brick. So skeleton, you can play with him and pretend to shoot his arrow. The Parrot that comes with Steve, I think, is a really great example of how awesome a medium Lego is for building Minecraft people and animals and locales. You know, this guy looks, I think, pretty much exactly the way he should. He's got a joint at his legs that is, you know, a bar and a couple of clips. His tail joint, again, is a bar and a clip. We've got mixel joints for his wings, so you can, you know, put those wings out. That actually might be fun for like a stop motion video to make that guy flap the wings. We've got another bar and clip at his neck, as well as the plume on top of his head. The chicken that comes with Alex has a bit less articulation with just a bar and clip hinge at his neck. Head can go up and down like this. But again, for such a simple build, I think this is a really wonderful execution of the Minecraft chicken. And the Magma Cube is similar to what we've seen before. This time, this guy can munch up and down like this with the use of a couple of Technic axles on the inside there. And the Magma Cube's eyes are printed right there on a 1x4 tile. The special element that I referred to earlier in the video is at the bottom of the feet. This is a brand new element for 2019. On Steve, we get it in dark bluish gray. And really, this is a 2x2 tile with a vertical 1x2 plate attached to the center of the top. So we've got the typical anti-studs from the bottom of a 2x2 tile, and then this vertical 1x2 plate has 2 studs on this side and 2 anti-studs on that side. We actually get this piece in several different colors across these 3 BigFigs. The dark bluish gray can be found in Steve and Alex's feet. We get a tan colored version of the element in the Parrot's feet. The element comes in yellow on the chicken's feet. The same element is present in white in Skeleton's feet. And finally, we see the element one more time in the base of the Magma Cube in black. So we get a handful of different colors for this thing right away in its first year of production. It's going to be really interesting to see what people come up with for using this element. So that's LEGO Minecraft BigFigs Series 1. We'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments section below. Thank you so much to the LEGO group for sending us these sets for review. If you'd like to see LEGO videos every single day, please subscribe to Beyond the Brick. And until next time, thank you for watching.